Guys, what's up? Well, guys, in this video, I will try to what? Try to focus on the concept of multitasking. As you can see, multitasking is a scene I have written for you. It is, I think, little harsh with multitasking. Nothing so, but let's see what are the things we can learn from this, and I will try to make it as simple as possible. And this is totally um, what I feel about what I think about what my perspective towards it. I'm not making this video. This is not a scripted video or any such kind, right? So, guys, let's start it, right? Guys, if you break the word multitasking, this is multi plus tasking. Multi means many, tasking means to do chores, work, or anything you are doing that is a task. Yeah. To if you if you make a definition of it, to do many work at one time is called multitasking. Well, guys, the definition itself saying that the your what are you doing means, I mean, if anybody is trying to do two work at a time, actually he is just trying to fool to himself that, and that person is just ignorance kind of person, that person is just trying to showing to somebody else to I'm doing this or that, but actually he is just making fool to himself, nothing else. So, guys, what I mean to say is, it is not possible to do two work at a time. Either you have to complete the first work, then switch to the next work, then complete that work also, then switch to the next one. To flipping into work or more than to work is just stupidity, nothing else. Even you can also see in your life that sometimes you also try to do two things, and that is not possible. Take an example. Suppose you are going somewhere, you are driving. Is it possible to drive along with write something? Not possible. Either you will either will focus on the driving, or you will focus on writing something. I have just given an example. Yeah, it is possible to do two things, but the consequences you will face, that is much more horrible than you even expect you from that, right? I think you got getting what I mean to say. So, guys, it just there is no rocket science, or there is no any kind of technicality in this, that it is very difficult to understand. It is, even when you do two things at one time, that takes much more time than that should be. Suppose if you are doing two work at a time, that must be by 2 hours, that must be by 2 hours. What I mean to say, within 2 hours, that should be not be taken more than 2 hours. But when you try to do two things at time, you can see, or you can evaluate that work takes much more time than you expect. So when you do one thing at one time, it is very easy, and it is good for yourself. You can concentrate on one, and you will take much lesser time than you have expected, or you are expecting about, right? So why to make your life complicated by do things? Many of the person I know feel very proud kind of thing, say I do multitasking. Actually, have they have to shame over themselves. Well, same or not, is totally depend on person. I think I have to apologize for it. Same or not is little harsh about it. I think this this only I want to say is, if any person says like I do two things at one time, it means he or she just making fool to herself, nobody else, right? It is very simple, right? So, guys, I will suggest do one work at a time. Suppose you are watching TV, and along with that you are eating something, right? So it is you know it is not right to do, or it is not right to do this kind of things like you are eating or watching TV, because on that time we eat more than the body required for, because we mostly focus on TV. And because in TV usually the things, even the serious program, cricket or whatever the things come, that are of course interesting. That's why the TV are to entertain us, right? So what I mean to say is, when we watch TV along with eat something, we eat more than the requirement of our body, and through this we become or we get the disease that is called obesity, right? So it is also not a good thing for your health. Even obesity leads to lots of other disease as well, like one of the biggest disease or biggest problem any obesity person face is the, the, the chance of heart attack kind of things, right? So guys, I think I have cleared what I mean to say is, and I think you have got my point. So guys, suppose you are eating, to let concentrate on your study, your on your eating, right? When after eating you can watch the same thing, after, suppose your program, you like to see any program, like suppose your program comes at 9 p.m., right? So it is better to eat before 9 p.m., to full of concentration, with only concentrate on your fooding and all. So so it is good for your health as well. When you only concentrate on your health, your stomach get full easily, and you will feel light after that. When you eat too much, that rotten in your stomach, and that leads to lots of when you wake up in the next day, you feel like you are suffering, feel comfortable, feel as good as like you have to be, right? So guys, these are the things I have given, some few examples, the examples that every person can associate with. So I hope I delivered my point. So guys, keep these things in your mind, so that you can you can get rid of from this multitasking kind of things. That's why I have written that multitasking is in. I think you got my point. In the starting of the video, I have said that I became little harsh with it. Actually, I'm not. After after elaborating the topic, I think you can say no, this is right. So guys, just try to keep yourself away from and this kinds of concept. Make yourself always aware. It is not right to fetch everything in your mind. If it is very important to fetch the right things in your mind, right? If you are getting that is doesn't make sense, and you are just filling your mind with garbage and all those things, so that leads to harm your mind as well. Mind has also a limited memory, right? If you will always fill the garbage when the actual thing you have to remember, you couldn't be, because your mind memory already filled with something that is meaningless, useless, ridiculous kind of things, right guys? So guys, take care of all this thing. I have not taken any of the example that is not associate with every person, especially with Indian persons, right? So this is what I was desire for, so that I was just trying to make my video as simple, as easiest as possible, so that there is no any technicality of as such kind, so that no one can get what I mean to say. So guys, have a great day. Take care of yourself. If you feel this channel is somehow fruitful for you, then subscribe. Otherwise it is absolutely fine to not to subscribe as well, right? So guys, have a great day, take care of yourself, and keep doing something that is worth, and avoid multitasking, right?